Entry level has been removed from the building. When the staircase disappears, who can still climb? An extinction notice. Not a species, not a single industry, but the first layer of a career. Today, we are witnessing an extinction event. Entry level is gone. Not shrinking, not restructuring, not transforming. Gone. No sirens, no financial crash, no collapsing banks, just a software update. And from that moment forward, millions of young people no longer have an entry point into the knowledge economy. The building still stands. The upper floors are still lit. The people at the top are still working. But the staircase is gone. If you are standing on the ground floor, there is no way up. 1. The old promise has expired. For a century, the system made a promise. Start low, climb gradually, grow one level at a time. Entry level wasn't busy work. It was the staircase, where you learned how to think, where you were allowed to be weak, where you were allowed to make mistakes without being eliminated. AI didn't destroy the building. It removed the staircase. Junior lawyers? Not needed. Entry-level analysts? Not needed. Junior consultants? Not needed. Because AI does it better, faster, cheaper, without complaint. The system doesn't keep staircases out of kindness. It keeps what produces immediate value. A staircase doesn't generate profit. It generates people. And that's the problem. 2. Speed as a weapon. The agricultural revolution took centuries. The industrial revolution took generations. Human beings had time to adapt, time to climb step by step. This time, there is no time. AI grows exponentially. Today, you learn a skill. Tomorrow, it's automated. Next week, it's integrated into software. Next month, it's a hiring baseline. You're not falling behind because you're incapable. You're being overtaken by speed. Machines once replaced muscle. AI replaces foundational thought, the very layer where people used to begin climbing. And when that layer disappears, the building is still tall, but there is no path upward. 3. Extreme polarization. AI does not level society. It stratifies it more clearly. Those already on higher floors now have private elevators. One senior professional with AI can do the work of an entire department. A 5-person startup can compete with a 50-person company. But newcomers? They have no staircase, no small tasks to learn from, no safe place to fail, no period where not yet good enough is acceptable. If you are not already skilled, the system does not need you. If entry level disappears, who becomes senior in 10 years? Who learns to make decisions if they were never entrusted with responsibility? A society is quietly erasing its own training pipeline. AI amplifies the strong and suffocates those who haven't had the chance to become strong. This isn't competition, it's elimination before the beginning. 4. An identity crisis. We think this is about jobs. It isn't. It's about personal value. Human beings don't only need income, we need to feel useful. Entry level was where you proved, I matter. If the staircase disappears, an entire generation doesn't just lose wages, they lose the right to climb. And when millions of people no longer see a path upward, frustration stops being personal. It becomes structural. History shows that societies destabilize not because of poverty, but because of lost mobility. AI doesn't replace muscle, it replaces thought. 5. The next 10 years. If this trajectory continues, in 10 years we will see an aging leadership class with no real-world trained successors, growing dependence on AI for critical decisions, a large population that feels unnecessary, an unprecedented power gap between those who control systems and those excluded from them. This is not cinematic dystopia. It is the logical outcome of economic optimization. When efficiency becomes God, the average human becomes cost. 6. Final. There is something we still don't want to say. If a generation is never allowed to begin, they will never learn how to lead. If they never learn how to lead, who runs the world in 10 years? A small group enhanced by AI, and everyone else outside the system. Not poor enough to starve, but not necessary enough to have power. That is the most dangerous state a society can enter. When human beings no longer feel needed. Because when you remove a person's sense of usefulness, you don't just change the economy, you change collective psychology. And collective psychology shapes the future of history. Entry level is dead. The staircase has been removed. The building still stands. The final question is not whether you can climb. It is this: when there is no way up, will you accept standing still? Or will you become the one who builds the structure again from scratch?